We're losing!
Teamwork, guys, more teamwork.
They're burying us alive!
Well, shit.
Jeez Louise.
Honey, don't you want to beat those bastards? In my book, we're gonna be winners.
What's the matter? You got nothing left inside, huh? 'Cause you're training like a damn bum, you know that?
Screw them.
What are you doing? What are people doing?
Is this early access to?
Hey, let me tell you something, bro.
Get out there now and do the best you can.
All right, here we are. Welcome to August 1st, everybody. Episode 172 of the Bad Fodder Figures podcast. Captain Mike M, joined by Eric and Matt. How we doing, fellas?
And
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Matt, since when did
So-
you switch to the Pirates fan club? I can't handle all this Pirates gear you got on tonight.
I tell you what, fucking Pittsburgh all the way. Go Steelers.
Now, is this any new garb or is this garb we've seen before? The hat looks new.
The hat's new.
Nike
The hat's
shirt
new.
too. That's not a new Nike shirt.
Yeah, the shirt I've had for a while. But the hat, I bought a new white Reds hat couple of weeks ago, went to the Reds game. But I still got the back there on top there, my fitted Reds hat up there that I wear occasionally.
See
But
that shirt?
I
What you
just-
have on your shirt there needs to be your first tattoo. That's what you need to get on you.
Yeah, I
right
agree
across
100%.
your chest. Right across your chest. Go big, go home. Boom.
Well, they need to make modifications to it because of the chest I have. So
how about
can't-
just over your heart? You keep the Reds over your heart. There you go.
There you
I
go.
like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. That's good. That's good.
Yes. Well, welcome everybody. Come. Here we are.
I did.
Episode 172. We're going to get to all that in a minute, Matt. We're going to get to all your nature exploits. God damn it. You're so free with yourself out there.
Nature is beautiful.
Yeah.
Man, so jelly.
Jelly. We got lots to talk about, Eric, here with PlayStation and their beta, things we can purchase later on. But let's take care of some other stuff first. Matt went to the woods. Beautiful new tent, Matt. I saw her on Instagram.
It's huge.
Beautiful tent.
It's huge.
Yeah.
I make big tents.
And how big did this hurt the wallet? Is this something again that was paid for by Uncle Joe? I mean, how much is a tent? I have no idea. Like if I was on The Price is Right tonight, right? And Bob Barker
Let's play a game.
and Bob Barker said, "Okay, this is the price of the tent, and you have to get as close as you possibly can without going over." Because we're playing Price of Right rules, right? If I was looking at that tent, and again, I have no idea what a tent cost. I would say $299. Am I in the ballpark?
No.
No, I went
Eric.
over or under. Well,
You're under.
Eric, what do you say? Have you seen the picture, Eric? Go to Instagram
Yeah.
if you can. What
Yeah,
would you put a price on that tent?
I'm gonna go $199.
One night. He already said I was under at $299.
Oh, I thought he said he was over.
No.
The hell?
I didn't get the sound.
That's what I should have done.
$350 then.
What's the
Low.
price on that, man? What's the price on that?
$429.99.
Oh my God! Now, see, the reason there's a method to my madness here, because sometimes you go down these YouTube, Facebook rabbit holes, right? And I was watching this video series of how cheap my husband is. Have you seen these videos before?
I've not seen that.
This guy,
I should maybe.
this guy walks up his stairs in his house with his feet on the outside of the treads so he doesn't wear out the middle of the steps. And he wants his whole family to walk up the stairs all topsy turvy, so that the rugs in the middle will last longer.
Yeah,
Oh my.
He says 30 the toilet paper companies out there want you to hook up the toilet paper with with the paper coming down, closest to you rather than underneath, right? So top down as opposed to underneath. I don't
It
know.
rips more pieces off.
Some people said they have a preference. I personally think if you go underneath, you're an alien. But
Yeah, me too.
I don't give a shit.
I
As
do.
long as I can wipe my ass, I don't care.
But he says you should go underneath because you're just gonna get little pieces of paper and you're gonna save yourself, in the
Yes.
long run.
That is true. Yeah, yes. The over the top, you rip off more than you do the underneath. You rip off left. Yes, that's definitely the case.
Who has that thought process?
Right.
Toilet paper people. I don't care which way it rolls, as long as I get to the toilet paper when I need it. That's all I care about. I don't give a shit. There's no rhyme or reason.
It seems unnatural to me underneath.
He was one of those guys. I've ranted before on the podcast about how anytime I get like any type of soap, and I get like let's say the beard balm, right? I know there's beard balm still left in that goddamn thing, but I can't get it out. I'm squeezing it, I'm smacking it, doing all, nothing will come out. And he's on the video. No, you just cut the damn thing in half, and then you just scoop it in, and you got good to go. And he's like, when you think your shampoo bottle is empty. No, fill it back up with water. You got plenty of shampoo in there to last you another month or two.
Toothpaste. I squeeze the shit out of my toothpaste, but laundry detergent. They get that big spout in the end. It blocks like half of your detergent. When you're empty, you can't get any more out. Let's just say I'm done. No, you take that fucking spout and rip it out, and you can dump the rest of your fucking detergent out, your liquid detergent out. Fuck yeah.
I use pods.
He was the same guy that says use half. You don't need to put all that detergent in. You don't need to put all that detergent in your dishwasher either. Only fill that shit up halfway.
I don't know about that part. I'm like Eric. The softener, we have liquid, but we use the pods too. We just throw a pod in there, which they say a pod is good for, however long, but
a pod a day.
Yeah.
So this tent here, with exorbitant cost, $429. And what was wrong with the previous tent? Because this cheapo guy, he's buying beaters, for cars that will last him, he says, for years. So
yes.
What happened to the previous tent?
Well, it's a 2-person tent. Okay, it's small, and we was kind of wanting something a little bit bigger that we can put an air mattress in. Okay, and so I bought this one here, and this tent is fucking huge. It's a 4-man tent, which is great for 2 people. Okay, put air mattress in there, all of our gears in there. You can stand up tall in there. You can stand up all the way.
How long did it take to set up?
Since it was the first time setting up, took about I don't know, half hour, I guess.
And how long?
But now that we know what we're doing,
and how long did it take to?
You want sex console?
a couple hours after it was all settled in,
Nice.
and the rain came.
Oh no!
And it started to rain. Started to rain, so we had to do something.
Yeah, you gotta do something.
That's right.
So just you and her out there in the. I feel like I ask this every time because there's no way in hell that you would get me in a goddamn tent being outside with the amount of money I pay monthly on a fucking goddamn mortgage. Let me go sit on the fucking ground and get bugs bite my ass, So I feel like I have to tap into this psyche to say what is the purpose of you being outside when you have a nice comfortable bed at home? What is?
And I will never forget. The day when I bought all the packing gear and all that stuff. And the total came out. I was like, holy shit. And the girl behind the counter at REI says, costs a lot of money to act like you're homeless, doesn't it? I says, Jesus fucking Christ. I said, yes, it's expensive. We had a great time.
It's just being out there. It's just being out there in nature. I mean, you have some sort of. Are you on your phones when you're out there? Or are you just in deep in thought, like sharing your innermost feelings? Because if you don't
There's
have
no
internet connection,
there's no cell service out there.
so what are you doing? You're just conversing about everything and letting it all hang out, like, just telling everybody, this has been on my mind, Barb. I just we got no cell phones here. We have no kids. We have no cats. Carol's not here. My sister's not here. It's just, I'm just gonna spill the beans and let you know my innermost feelings for the next fucking 24 hours.
There's some of that. Yeah, there's some of that. But Barb downloaded a bunch of books to her phone that she could read while she was out there. I did.
You're not supposed to do any technology. You're supposed to be sitting there in each other's company.
I did a bunch of like I don't want to say yard work 'cause it's not yard, but I did a bunch of cleaning up around, picking up sticks and that, and cutting shit down and burning shit and stuff like that. And
Naked? Are you doing this naked, both of you? Like, just walking around free, be free with yourselves?
there's no comment there.
Matt's on the zero turn naked. Hey, I look out there.
Look at this bit. Look at this zero turn.
Sausage. We know what's for dinner tonight.
Yeah, we know what we're cooking for dinner.
Yeah, I see you had the hammock set up and everything. You had it all set up.
I had my hammock. I had my hammock out there. That was really nice. The hammock's nice. Oh god, that's a nice hammock.
Now we got Al in chat saying, there's no way he's going to disguise himself as beer bait. Do you have any sort of weapons on hand if something rolls up on you? I mean, or are you just going out there and doing the Karate Kid and hoping that scares them?
No, I have my gun with me. I got my gun with me.
So Matt doesn't go anywhere without his gun.
That's
Even
correct.
IHOP, he's got his gun on him.
That's right. You never know when that pancake's going to turn on you.
Fucking bacon. I said extra crispy, you fuckers.
I said crispy, you motherfucker. This coffee's cold.
Don't make me kill myself. Fucking give me the bacon, man. Give me the bacon the way I want it.
Crispy.
Because that would be me. I wouldn't be shooting anybody else. I'd be like, give me now. I would just be blood on your hands.
Yeah. I'm going to ruin this store one way or the other. Well, I woke up this morning with a bunch of like critters or something running around outside around the tent. I was like, what the fuck? The hell's out there? And I was kind of afraid to look. So I just kind of stayed in bed, just kind of stayed in the tent there and that. And they kind of rustled around and did stuff. And I think it was just squirrels,
That's what you're telling me.
running around out there. So it might have been Bigfoot. I don't know. But, man, it's one of the things where you don't want to open your eyes and look and see what it actually is. It was it was nice. It was nice, peaceful. Weather was perfect. It rained. It rained some yesterday.
Now, did you go Friday night?
No, Saturday morning.
Oh.
No, Friday night we went out with the neighbors.
No, Friday night I saw you tweeting about Joey Gallo on Twitter, how amazing he is. And
you mean Joey Votto?
Oh, I mean Votto, Gallo. I mean, just someone that's never going to win a championship is what I'm trying to talk. That's really what I'm trying to tell you about. Whoever he could be, man on the moon, never going to be a winner. Jeez. What happened to the Reds? Do they have any trades?
Never a winner.
Did they make any trades in the deadline?
Yeah, they got some relief pitching from the Yankees and some guy from out Colorado. Gavin, I think, came from Colorado, and Wilson, someone else came from the Yankees. Gavin's been a hell of a thing since came out there. So he's been coming in, shutting them down, and going on.
But you didn't. There was no fire sale. You didn't. You added. You didn't subtract.
Not like the Cubs. Not like the Cubs. The Cubs just said, "Fuck it, we're not going to play baseball anymore. We're done."
The Cubs and the National. Eric, what's going on with the Nationals over there, buddy?
Yeah.
They got rid. I don't know what they're thinking. Getting rid of Scherzer. Scherzer's going to.
And Turner, right? Isn't Turner from the Nationals too?
Yeah, Trey Turner. They going. I'm like, what are you doing? Who? He's like one of the best pitchers in the league. What are you doing, bro? Who makes these?
Well, I think Scherzer is at the end of his rope. I think he's only got a few years left, and he wants to win. So I can see doing right by Scherzer, but Turner isn't Turner in his prime?
Trey Turner is. He's like one of the fastest in the league. I don't know what I don't know.
And the Red Sox got whatchamacallit, Kyle, the dude that used to be with the Cubs and now he's with the Nationals. Not Scherzer, Kyle's Scherberger or something like that.
Yeah.
Red Sox for what? One game out, 2 games out, first place. They're right in the hunt there, aren't they?
Well, they were in first place for 33 straight days, and they've just been very mediocre since the All-Star break. And the Rays are going up, and the Red Sox are going down now. So Red Sox got to sort of turn the corner there. They got no production at first base. Got a couple injuries they're trying to overcome. So they got to tread water for a couple weeks here, and hopefully, not be too far out of first place.
Yeah. Cincinnati's, I think, 7 games out of first, I think.
I think the Red Sox are half game out.
Half game? Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was close. I knew they were close, there, so. Yeah,
Okay.
I couldn't believe it. It's just like get rid of everybody, and Nationals pretty much giving up on the season.
Well, don't you think it's good though that like baseball needs to do anything and everything to bring back some excitement, and that was like injected some excitement into the sport that has been missing. The last couple of years, the trade deadline has been a bust. I even think there should be a free agent deadline to build up that again. Like every free agent's got to sign by such and such date.
And then you're done. Yeah.
They would add tons more excitement, I think, to the off season.
Yeah. It depends on what team you're on and the given. I'm sure as a Cubs fan, this is not exciting at all right now.
No,
seeing all your favorites go.
They're going to total youth movement. They got rid of the Chris Bryant to the Giants, Rizzo to the Yankees.
Yeah.
Big fire sale.
Oh yeah.
But what are you going to do?
Exactly.
So getting back to the old tent there, Matt. It was very enjoyable. You brought your own food again, your own rations.
Yep. Brought
MREs.
Yep. Well, not MRE, not a full MRE, but some freeze-dried food to put hot water in, heat it all up in that, and eat it and stuff like that. Oh, we had some terrible cookies last night. Barb bought this supposed to be a s'more cookie thing. You take it and you heat it up, and it's supposed to, I guess, I don't know, bake the cookie. I don't know what it was. We did it, and it kind of failed. I was like, wait a minute, the fucking heating element didn't get hot. So I put more water in. Then all of a sudden, it's just all this steam. I was like, oh, fuck. So I sealed it up in that and let it sit for the 5 minutes that it was supposed to go. And open it up, and that we both took a bite out of this supposedly mint chocolate chip s'more cookie thing. It was terrible. It was absolutely nasty as fuck. We both took a bite or two and threw it in the fire. It's like, nope, this shit is nasty.
I can give you 2 thumbs up on the s'mores Oreo cookies. Those are very good.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wife bought our package of those yesterday.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, we had side snacks and stuff we could munch on that. We had yesterday for lunch we had a lasagna thing, and then last night for dinner we had a pasta primavera thing.
I mean,
and we had
Eric. It sounds to me like too much is going on there. They're doing work around the place. They're eating. They're cooking. I mean, to me, this would be a CNF weekend.
Right.
Cuddle, nap, fuck, rinse, repeat. Maybe mix it up. Cuddle, fuck, nap, then cuddle, nap, fuck. I'd just be going, rinse, repeat. All this doing yard work and all this cooking shit.
They're establishing the foundation so the next time you go out there, everything's going to be where it needs to be, proper place, and we can F then.
Eric's in the right state of mind. Eric's in the right state of mind there.
Yeah.
So today before I'm doing all this shit and that Barb's like, wait, you keep finding all this wood to burn and do all this stuff. And I was like, well, I'm getting all ready for the next time when I come up. We don't have to really do much of anything.
Now you don't leave the tent there, right? You bring it down, right? You don't leave it.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I took it down. Took it down. Everything, folded it back up, and put it away, and it's all in the garage now. We got containers, so it's easy to come and go. Put a container in the back of the truck, fill the cooler up, put it in the back of the truck, throw the shit in there, and take off.
How long do you think you could sleep in a tent for? Like, could you do? Do you think you could do that for a week?
Yeah.
You gonna try it out?
If I ever get the time to, yeah.
How come you're not taking any time off work? The old boss man won't give you any time? Yeah, he said you've had an easy 2020 thanks COVID. You got to work. You actually got to show up for work 2021.
I actually got to start showing up to work tomorrow. Yeah.
Fucking
yeah.
My work doesn't let me cash out my hours or carry them over. I got to fucking use them all. I said to my coworker Jim, I said, you ain't gonna fucking see me much the second half of the year because you'd be sure as shit I ain't losing 207 hours.
Yeah, that's what we call use a loop.
Yeah, same way. I got 28 days. I got to use up. I can carry over. I can carry over 10 days. So I've got 8. I've got 18 days. I got to use.
Now, non-exempt people can carry shit over, but exempt people can't.
Yeah. So I got a lot of work going on. So,
Mike, you think you can sleep in a tent for like extended period of time?
Man, if I was on a CFN trip, I'm willing to give it. I'm willing to give it a try, Eric. You know, I'm willing to give it a try. Anything, you know me, Eric, and I'm willing to go the extra mile. Anything, if I can take my clothes off. And just get down to it. You know, I'm game to try it.
I've slept in a tent for extended period of time, but it wasn't a tent of license that had.
Yeah, you sleep in the military tent and shit.
Eric, that closet's not giving you good reception tonight, sir. Just giving you a heads up.
I suck, huh?
You got to.
There's a
You got to tell that guy you're training to get out of that closet. Switch closets with each other. The closet he's watching the Olympics in, you got to say, no, I got to get my closet back. Let's swap spots.
Jeez.
I'll tell you what, with the inflatable mattress, which we got to buy a new one because this one. I thought
you were going to say something. With the inflatable doll I brought, I didn't really feel that alone.
Not alone at all. I didn't need part.
Who says you can't have a threesome with two people? That inflatable doll.
That's a person.
Fucking...
Give it a name. Give it a name, and
pulling out of that though.
Matt's got no comment.
I've never had. Have you guys ever had?
What's up with the ear holes? Why is that thing leaking from its ear holes?
It's full. It's full.
What is this liquid coming out?
Why does it feel like it's filled with water instead of air?
You remember those? I had this Darth Vader punching bag I had as a kid. You know, like the bottom was all sand. You know, you hit it and you bop it and bop back. That's what the fucking. Why is this thing all weighted down now? Why is this? What's all this sand on the feet? Why does it smell like bleach? Oh God.
Oh boy.
You wake up in the middle of the night, the fucking doll's doing hand puppets in the fucking tent. Oh no. Well, I hope you had a good time, Matt.
It was a great time. It was nice and relaxing, even though we did a lot.
Now, Christopher's got his own tent. You keep the other tent, or you recycle it?
Oh no, we keep all my tents. Yeah, they're all good tents. I'm not.
I keep all my tents. Like, how many tents are we talking about? How many do you have?
Well, I've got this one now. I've got the 2-person tent, and both Christopher and Noah have their tents.
So you have four tents.
4 tents. Yeah.
Eric, you just cleaned out the gym for Glovebox gaming and athletics. How many tents did you find in your garage?
That'll be a 0, sir.
Thank you. How is the athletic department going over there? Shaping up nicely?
Yeah.
I got rid of a whole lot of stuff, man. Let me tell you. I'm just waiting for some stuff to come in. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speed bag,
Inflatable doll.
jump rope, the hand grips.
weights and stuff.
The
And all.
shaking machine.
How many kettlebells did you order?
I didn't order, but when I do, it's a set 10 or something.
Pink and black. I mean red and black.
Not just black.
Just black.
Just black. Just black.
Metal black.
I was gonna go somewhere with that, but nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can go places with it too. But
When can Mike and I buy memberships to this place?
it probably won't be up and running until like maybe end of August.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
Are you
August
going to
1st.
get? Are you going to get one of them mirror things, Eric? You keep. Have you seen those? There's mirror things where you can sit there
You
and
can
I
see
guess.
your reflection.
Well, yeah, but like there's like a guy there telling you what to train and doing shit or something like that.
I'm getting real weights. That's frou. I'm not doing that.
You getting any shaker weights?
No. That's a Jonna. She go ahead.
That's
Eric's gonna be over there jumping rope and hanging and banging. John is just sitting there with the shaker weight. Yeah.
yeah. And Eric's going like, "Yep, I'm done. I'm ready."
Yeah, I need to get this form together.
Eric's like, "Okay, on
Yeah.
to the next workout."
But it's gonna be nice.
Well, I'll tell you what. If anything you do, this will be nice. You do anything you do right. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to see it when it's done.
What's gonna get done first? The Matt's kitchen, the gym, or the pool outside? Which one? The audience? Can we poll the listeners? What's
gonna
going to get done
definitely-
first? Matt's backsplash, Eric's gym, or the pool
gym.
outside?
The pool is coming.
Yeah, I know they come. They're all three are working. Matt's got an IOU for the backsplash.
It's the gym, the backsplash, and the pool.
Well, you want the pool before the winter, so yeah, I think if you're not getting the pool now, you got to get it next year.
The pool's
No.
not happening this year.
Dude told me to get the pool in the winter because that's when it's cheaper.
Yeah, then you hopefully have a mild winter and that ground isn't frozen.
Well, now Mike, he's a lot further south than you.
Yeah, it's like
He's not in the cold tundra like you are.
Yeah. Okay. So what is your heating situation going to be? When I know you're in the deep south over there, but still it gets cold in Virginia at
Yeah.
times. What's the plan for the garage? Just
got
a
it.
heating,
I
just
got
a heating unit. Turn the cars on and pull one of the cars in, turn it on, and shut the garage doors.
But the exhaust eats the
well, won't be any cars.
I'm a little lightheaded over here.
I'm sleepy all of a sudden.
Won't be any cars in there. That's one.
No.
And I got a guy. He's my
you got a-
HVAC guy.
Fred.
But then
He's gotta go.
AC heating AC unit in there.
Okay. Is his name Fred?
No, his name is what's that dude's name?
It's not Fred.
Roy. His name
Roy.
is Roy.
Roy.
Yeah.
Roy the roof guy.
Roy. You know, somebody with a name like Roy knows what they're doing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
All right. Well, let's get into what we've been playing or watching. We've talked enough about tents and cuddle nights. Although I could always go for a cuddle night.
Absolutely.
Matt, besides watching your Reds and the Stars at night, can you see this? Let's get back to the tent for 1 second. Can you see the stars from your tent? If you look up, are you just seeing the nylon, or can you? Better question. Do they make tents with a skylight so you can see the stars? And if so, is that more money or not?
So the answer is yes. Like our tent, if we didn't put the rain fly on, because dew and moisture falls down and it goes through that netting and it makes
That
you
does.
wet. Yeah. If it wasn't for that, if it's a very dry night, you could keep that rain fly off, and you could like the one we have full screen top, where you could look up and you could see the stars. Now, unfortunately, last night was very cloudy,
You can see,
so we couldn't see shit.
I see the Big Dipper, and someone else says I see it too.
Yeah, yeah. There's a full moon tonight, Barb. No, there isn't. I said, yeah, there is.
From what I can see, there's definitely a full moon.
There's
I don't know what
definitely a full
you're
moon.
looking at.
There's a full moon.
Peekaboo.
I think I see the man on the moon.
Tell Barb to relax her muscle.
That's right. We're coming in for a landing. Coming in for a space landing.
We know Matt doesn't do that, but you got to do that. Peekaboo. Oh, what are you talking about? Peekaboo.
Right. Right.
Oh no.
What's the mosquito situation out there? Is it bad?
There's bugs out there. There fucking flies flying around your ears and shit. You're kind of swatting them away sometimes.
The fucking bugs are out of control where I'm living right now.
I tell you what, man. I don't know if your lawn care guy does it, when they're doing your yard, but there's lawn care that also when they're, spraying your yard, they have insecticide in it too. That helps. And I've been spraying my yard once a month. I do it myself. I buy a can from Home Depot, hook it up to the hose, spray the yard. Made all the difference in the world in my backyard as far as finding insects and shit. It's huge at night, sitting out here now at night. There's not many bugs at all. It's so nice.
Well, the issue is I could spray my lawn, right?
Uh-huh.
But we're not hanging out on the lawn. Like, the lawn's out there where the lawn is, but then in between my house and the lawn is my patio. My patio, I'm just guessing, could be anywhere from 10 to 12 feet width-wise from the house to the lawn. You know what I mean? So if I spray my lawn, are the mosquitoes just going to be like, fuck you, I'm just going to hang out on your patio?
No, I mean, because that's where they're out. They're not hanging out in your patio, right? They don't breed.
Are. As soon as I open my garage door, they're right there, like waiting for me.
I don't know. I've got my big concrete patio out here.
Yeah.
I spray everything, and
Lynn and the boys go outside and they get bit by mosquitoes, and no lie, they have like bites on them that are puffy and look like the size of Texas. They're all like misshapen and blown up.
They make, you guys got landscaping around your like patio area?
Yeah.
They make citronella plants. They can actually plant. You know what citronella is, right? It's supposed to be a deterrent for mosquitoes and that. Yeah. They make plants that you can plant and grow around your patio to help keep those stuff away too. And supposedly they work really well. I don't have any.
We have like a stream behind the house. I bet you that's like a breeding ground for them.
Well, if it's constantly flowing, it shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, I mean, when I say stream behind the house, I can't see it from my house. You know what I mean? It's like deep in the woods.
Yeah.
I have no idea if it's free. It's not free flowing in certain parts, but other parts it's just stagnant for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're stagnant water.
Yeah, I would just make sure around. I mean, I'm sure you do, but just walk around your property and make sure there's no standing water anywhere, because that's where they love to breed in standing water.
We had a major downpour the other day, and one of my I have gutter guards on 95% of my house, but over my front porch I do not. And to the left side of my front porch, this water was just pouring out. Like it wasn't going. I took the ladder out there in the heart of this storm. The sea was angry that day, my friends.
Very angry.
Very angry. And I got the ladder out. Water's just pouring down on me. And I'm like just taking scoops of my hand into the gutter. I mean, I'm soaked from my collar all the way down, like my bar. I had to come in and get naked. I was just completely soaked.
Probably didn't bother you at all, did it?
No. But by the spout, where that metal like ball thing is that's supposed to keep all the gunk out, there was just nothing but pine needles right there. So I just scooped them out real quick, and then you could hear the water, and obviously you could see it too, but you could right down.
Right down there.
And I have a runoff that runs underneath my lawn and shoots out into the woods. And so it's going.
I'd rather the picture of you out there in your Gordon's fisherman rain suit with the big yellow floppy hat, the big yellow rain poncho coat
Hey.
thing on, going up
Whatever
there.
you
doing
whatever
that.
you and Bob talk about out in the woods about me and my rain suit. Can we keep it off this podcast, please? I did have a windbreaker on though. I did have some sort of like rain jacket.
I'm sure it was all pleasantries and everything coming, when you was all done. You was all super happy and relieved and everything, weren't you? Or,
Yeah. Lynn's like telling me Lynn's like, go up one more step. You can't see what you're doing. I'm like, because the way I went up the ladder was, I am not coordinated with these things, but I could reach it and I'm looking like this, over my hand. She's like, go up one more step. I was like, I'm not going up one more goddamn step. It's slippery.
you get up here and got one more step.
Yeah.
It's slippery.
Damn right it was slippery.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. So, Eric, have you had time to play any games this week besides your Overwatch?
Yeah, play some Overwatch, but yeah, got into the Ascent. Let's talk about that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I played a pretty good amount of the Ascent, and I dig it. I'll tell you that right now. I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
What you guys?
You want to expound on that a little bit more? Like, why?
I like the whole atmosphere. I like, I love a Diablo type game, and it reminds me of Diablo, but in the cyberpunk world. And I like the characters. I like how it's a variation of the characters a little bit. It's just super clean, man. The graphics are great. It just looks.
I would agree. The environment, unbelievable, right? Like this.
Yeah.
Like you can't like interact so much with the environment, but there's certain aesthetics. Like when you like go towards one of the edge and you want to look at some of the buildings on the other side. Just the way they really provided that depth there is phenomenal.
And all the neon and how it looks.
Right.
It's cyberpunk wanted to look like that. You know what I mean? It looks great to me.
And so far, you've only played single player.
Yeah, I've only played single player. Did you and Matt get the chance to play the multiplayer at all?
We did. Yeah, we're going to tackle that in a minute. I just was curious if you got a chance to.
No, I didn't play any of the multiplayer, but the single player seems pretty legit. It's hard. It's not hard. It's just hard enough to me. You know what I mean? And I like the whole twin stick shooting thing. That's pretty decent. So,
what level you think you're at right now?
Hell, I don't know. I've only played 2-3 hours.
Okay.
So I kind of dug it though.
Okay. Now, Matt, I know you were finding it very discouraging and you weren't really into it when you were playing single player. And then me and you played a lot of co-op together on Wednesday on the game night. Did your opinion change after the co-op or did it stay the same?
No, after a while, after we were playing a little bit and got through some of those parts, I felt a little more powerful, my character in that, a little more good. But I still, kept dying a lot. You guys are always reviving me going through there.
Yeah,
so it's definitely frustrating.
You definitely got to have twin stick chops or experience playing twin stick shooters. It's not one of those games where you can just be in the thick of things and expect to kill everybody. There's a lot of moving and side to side, using those twin sticks to really get the appropriate angles to kill these people.
Well, that and the barrel roll to roll away.
Yes,
I was doing that a lot. But it just seemed like every time I would like turn and spin and do something, they were right there on me. It's like, the fuck, man? What's the point of having these moves when they're right there? And you spin around and they're still at their back. It's like, come on, man.
And the reload seems to take a little bit too long to me, but
I agree.
Well, yes. You can, but that is part and parcel of these types of games, though. Your reload is long at the beginning because that's who you are as a character. But as you go and upgrade your guns and you find different guns along the way, too, that is not going to be the case.
What did y'all think about the story? The story's not that in depth.
On Wednesdays, I have a hard time listening to anything because we talk in Discord and then we play on the Xbox. So I have my TV turned down very low so I don't blast these guys out. So I missed, what the basic story was in the beginning. So I really don't know, what the story
Yeah.
is now. But I tell you what, I've played a lot since Wednesday. I'm level
Oh, yeah.
15. I'm level 15 right now. I've put a lot of hours into it. This is no knock playing with anybody on Wednesday night. It's just, to me, even though it is a co-op game, I find it more enjoyable to play it solo because I can take my time and go looking and look for every box, look for every sort of,
Yeah.
take my own time.
Yeah.
And the game really does reward you for exploring, even if you don't have a mission to go to, or let's say you have a mission and it's 1,000 meters away and you have no intentions of going to it. Just walking around exploring, you'll run into bad guys that help you level up, and you'll find
Yeah.
a whole bunch of other, whether it's augmentations, modules, different guns, outfits. The game really does reward you for just like, fuck it, let me just go out and run around and see what I come into. So I really have, I have a shit ton of guns now, all sorts of armor, augmentations, modules. Just by, I've maybe, out of everything I've purchased, maybe 10% of what I have in my inventory is purchased. The rest is all earned by just exploring and beating people. But for some reason, the game has really clicked for me. Like playing a lot of twin stick shooters,
Yeah.
the Dead Nations, the Alien Nations, and games like that. It just
Yeah.
it prepared me to play this, and certainly it's got the Diablo, like Eric said, the skill points. The way you can upload your characters. It's got.
Yeah, I think it's a great balance of like RPG, action, twin stick shooter. I think it's a good mix of all that.
Yeah.
Microsoft needed that.
It's got some issues here and there. I'm not crazy about the
Yeah.
co-op. The loot is
scores
not
were-
shared in co-op. So like
The
you're
scores-
fighting over. Go ahead.
I said the scores were low, that people were giving like 6s and 7s. I was like, wow.
Well, it depends, I guess, on what they were doing. I'd have to read those reviews. I'm not crazy about the co-op because the loot isn't shared. So like Matt finds health, that doesn't mean I get health too. It's only for him. If Matt finds the credits, it's only for him. I don't get them. But if I find a gun or some sort of piece of armor, it seemed like we both got it.
Yeah.
So
Do you got loot though? Like if you open a box, does he see it?
No.
Does he see it? That's an interesting question. I think so. I think yes, he can. We would see each other, but it's the first person to pick it up. Like so, again, the credits and the health aren't shared. So if he went to a box and opened it and was lollygaggling, I could go around and pick up the credits and the health. Now there's also, you get certain powers, or what are they called? They're not skills, but the bumper moves. I have a whole bunch of them now, but there's one that you can deploy a robot to go around and pick everything up for you. So as you're going around shooting dudes, you just press your, whatever you have it assigned to. Let's say I have it assigned to my right bumper. So a little robot goes out and picks up everything along the way that's dropped, which is very nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
You also, later on in the game, you open up the taxi service too. You just press left on your D-pad, and you pay 1,000 credits to go wherever you want, to whatever town.
Oh, like a fast travel?
Yeah, it's a cost 1,000 credits. So that opens up at one point in the game too. So a lot of what you see here in the early stages, I think, gets vastly improved over time. Some of the guns I have are amazing. The fast travel is really cool. Those, like I told you about the robot. That slam you get that pretty early on in the game is awesome.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of other moves too. You can deploy spiders that will attack all the enemies. So you press, your RB, and 5 or 6 spiders come out, and they go attack the other, people that are attacking you. So if you got this big mob of people, let the spiders go, and they electrocute them, and I'll die. So.
Now, when you guys were in multiplayer, and you had a full component of people or whatever, I don't know if it's 4 or how many, whatever.
I think you could invite 4. We had at the most we had 3. Bricko came in for a little bit, but it seemed like the PC people were having a rough launch.
Yeah, Chase had issues trying to join our group and stuff like that. And it
Chase,
seems like once you start a mission or a story point, you can't invite people in.
yeah, it felt like
That
maybe
seemed
the
like the case.
beginning. It felt like the
No
beginning,
jump.
the first hour or two, you couldn't invite people. But once you got to cluster 13, then you could invite people. It felt like midway through, but in the first couple hours, I think the only way they could join you is if they started up in the beginning.
Okay, I got two questions. So, is no jump in, jump out play? Like if somebody has to leave, does the NPC take over? And was there any slowdown when there was a lot of stuff on the screen when you guys were playing?
There's no NPCs, so
So if
if
Matt
if
dropped
if Matt
out,
dropped out, it would go to a single player experience for me.
Yeah.
It felt like you could drop in and drop out once you got to cluster 13. In the
okay,
beginning, I would have had to invited you, and then Chase says, "Oh, I got the game installed now. Invite me," and it wouldn't let me invite them. But once I got to cluster 13 and a lot more of the game opened up, then I felt like I could invite Bricko at any particular time. Like he jumped in, and then the game kicked him out, and then I was able to send him an invite again. But yeah, and no, it didn't feel like anything slowed down to me. It felt like it was running pretty good on the Series X.
Yeah. Same with me. And the game looked beautiful. It really did. It looked good. It played smooth. I think it looked great.
I think my only complaints with the visuals, I don't think the characters look that great, like your own guy. And it's a little
Yeah.
weird that I'm not sure if I hit the setting somewhere, but sometimes when you equip stuff, it shows your character wearing the gear, and sometimes it doesn't. So I'll give you, for example, I got a guy with the mohawk, right? And so later on, you get this really cool mask with like almost like all like sort of your whole face is enclosed and like little bug eyes everywhere. But once you go out of the menus, your guy's not wearing that. He's just running around with his mohawk on. So it seemed like the helmets don't get equipped, but maybe the body armor does. So visually you would see that, but you don't see the helmet, which I felt a little weird. I thought the characters were my only complaints. Like they could have maybe just be a little bit more detailed. But I know it's that, isometric Diablo-esque, so you're not going to see like, something like if it was just, playing like, Ratchet and Clank or something like that.
yeah.
I had fun playing it. It was fun. I just, like you said, Mike, there was a lot going on Thursday night when we was playing, and it was hard to pay attention to what's going on. There was people starting missions where we're trying to do something else, and things were happening. People going one way, going the other way. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
There needs to. I mean, that's I don't know if that's Bricko's fault. That's just a game. It's one of these games, Eric, where you pick up a mission, like a side mission, and it almost gives you the sense like that's now your active mission.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, so like you walk around the map at Cluster 13, you go to all these vendors, and they got the yellow squares. Those are your side missions. Anything in green is your main mission. But yeah, it felt like if you went and talked to someone and picked up a side mission, like that all of a sudden became like your active mission to do when we were trying to follow the main story at that point.
Now, when you jump out, say, okay, all you guys finished playing for the night or whatever, and you jump back in, you start where you left off, correct?
You do. Yeah, it'll tell you, it says, hey, your game last saved, 30 seconds ago. Do you want to quit now? It tells you when the last time you saved. Now, Matt would have to know better because I think every time I hosted the game. So Matt would have to sort of fill us in at some point and go back and go, okay, I completed this main mission with Mike on Thursday, and now I go back in over the weekend. Do I have to play that main mission again? Like, did I get credit for it? Or no, it gave me credit for it, and now I can go on to the next piece of the mission.
I'll have to try that tomorrow and see what happens. I'll have to
So like Fallout 76, you don't get credit for it. Like it's like you said, it's like drop in and drop out, but only the host for Fallout 76. Only the host makes progress in the game. The other people are just helping out, right? Where Destiny is not like that. Like Destiny, me and Matt could play together, and we both get credit for the same thing. Just same thing in Borderlands as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure which way the Ascent is handling that. More like Borderlands or more like Fallout 76.
Yeah, I like to see that too because all of y'all are different levels, right? Like your level
Well,
such as.
yeah, I'm level 15 right now. Yeah, it's starting to get definitely more hard right now.
Now, since you're level 15, if you and Matt do a co-op game, are the enemies structured towards your level 15
We'll have to find
or
that out. You know,
Yeah,
if he hosted a game and
uh-huh.
I jumped in, we'll have to see if his guys get bumped up to 15 or not. I'm sure if he joined my game, yes, it would make sense. Everybody should be level 15, right?
something we'll try Tuesday night.
Yeah, we'll try it out for sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, try Tuesday night. I think the game's fun. It's something different to play. You know, I really struggled starting it out. Okay, by myself, Eric. I mean, I was when we started playing together Thursday. I was like, I don't want to fucking play this game with you guys.
Yeah, and
I
that made like going around exploring and looking for stuff, you know, like, all right, I know he's already not enjoying this. He's dying a lot. And now I'm going to tell him, all right, let's go over to these other areas that aren't on the way to the main mission and let's start exploring and looking for shit. So
I would have enjoyed that. But it was when all of a sudden there's all these missions and stuff. Let's do that, you know, and people going different ways. Like, wait a minute. Someone just tell me where to go and what to do, and I'll do it.
Yeah.
But,
and then we got that. The last 90 minutes, it was just me and you, and we stayed on point.
yeah. But I mean, when we was playing, it was like, hey, there's boxes over. All right, let's go see what these boxes are. But it wasn't like we was like, oh, wait a minute, there's another mission while we was doing something else. Or here's another mission, let's do this.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
What I do like, Eric, is like at one point you had to kill like four of somethings. I don't know what the fuck they were. I can't remember now. Maybe like 4 bosses you had to kill.
yeah,
And if you died, it didn't reset the mission. It said, okay, we know that you killed 2 of these guys already, and it's putting us back, you know, to start it over again. And it's like, okay, now you got to kill 2 more. So it didn't reset
Oh, okay.
That was nice.
Thing.
Yeah.
That was nice. Because I was like,
That's
if this
good.
reset, because we died a bunch. And I was like, if this fucking resets, I'm done. I'm out.
yeah, yeah.
I'm done.
And we died and came back like, okay, cool. Now it says we got 3 out of 4. It's like, all right, sweet.
Let me set the tone for you, Eric. Let me set how the evening was. You know, I came in exasperated from work, and I'm just trying to be, you know, mellow, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, and Chase is always mellow, right? He's mellow Chase. Matt comes in on edge. He must have had a rough day, you know. And then, like he said, all the people coming in and playing the different modes was setting him off. Then Bricko comes in all eager. I was just playing this. Let me show you this. Let's
do this.
You know,
Yeah, go here, do this. And it's like, fuck.
And I could see Matt slowly exploding, and then Chase is trying to get his game to work, and Chase couldn't. And Chase went from mellow Chase to angry Chase.
That was unfortunate there.
Because he couldn't get his game to work, and I was rubbing in. Oh, tell me more about the WASDas and, you know, the QWERTYs and the EXEs. And then Matt had a pig pile. You know, have you checked your NAT?
Yeah.
And then Bricko, I was like, does anybody hear any of these conversations going on? Because Bricko's like then sending like Chase invites to play, and finally Chase loses it. I understand the invites coming over, but I'm just not ready to play right now.
I can't get into the goddamn game. The game keeps crashing. I can't get in your game. I see the invite.
You know you're in for a good night when Mike is the one that's like the most mellow and even keel, and everybody else is flying off the handle.
Mike must have had some gummies that night or something. Because Mike was like just making jokes and shit. It was great. It was a hell of a night. I had fun. It was fun. But
It didn't feel like it at the moment.
There's a lot, and, you know, and Eric, you get all this going on, and there's a bunch of background noise going on.
Well,
too.
we got to watch
a fucking
TV
show.
Part of
in
our
the background shit.
Part of our responsibility on game night is also to make sure, you know, we're listening along to Chase's wife, whatever she's watching. So, you know, we have dual responsibilities to fulfill. So.
Yeah, we heard some strange shit that night.
There's a whole lot of stress.
I mean, there's a lot going on. There's us trying to figure out the fucking game. There's a TV show that we're trying to pay attention to also because we get involved with that. It's like, wait, what's going on in the TV show? You know,
she said what? What did she say?
Wait, what'd she just say? Something about grabbing a cock? What? You know, it's just, you know, fuck.
Good time.
Oh, I tell you what, people come join us for game night because you never know what the fuck's going to happen.
I got.
You wonder why
What
more
time-
people don't show up.
What time did you
Surprised I show up.
Oh boy.
start?
What time does it
Pop-Tart?
start?
Yeah.
We usually start around 9ish.
Yeah, 8:39.
8:39 we start filtering in.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else besides the Ascent and Overwatch, Eric?
That's it, brother.
All right. How about you, Matt?
Flight Simulator on the
Oh,
Xbox
yes,
Series.
yes.
I played it and had issues with it, but resolved those. But man, that is really awesome. It's a great, fun game, and they really, I don't say they dumbed it down because it might be the same with on PC. But man, flying around just anywhere and stuff, man, they make it really cool. You can make it easy or as hard as you want. Okay, I mean, they can make it where you got to go actually start the plane and all this other shit and all this stuff, or they can make it easy mode where it starts you on the runway and you just pull your triggers and up and that, and it's really, really cool. It's a lot of fun. The biggest issue I have is maintaining the altitude because it's always wanting to kind of like go up, and I kind of tilt down, it goes down, but then it like starts going up. So there's something to do with like the flaps or wings or some shit. I don't know. I gotta figure that out. I should probably do the tutorials. It's got a whole tutorial thing as far as start to end, as far as controls and flights and all that stuff.
That's one thing we didn't talk about the Ascent. God damn, a lot of fucking tutorials
Oh
pop
my
up.
god, the tooltips, the fucking tooltips in that game. Every time you open a menu, hey, look here, look at the. I get it, dude.
The menus are very, very touchy on that game too. Like, they don't feel that intuitive.
No, they don't. No. Which the tooltips don't help you with that. The tooltips just say, hey, this menu is your inventory. And you hold B to cancel. But it's not just, press B. No, you got to hold B for it to fill up to cancel. It's like, okay, I get it. And then and you barely click your right or left bumper. It goes to the next side. Like, fuck, here's another tooltip. To fucking go through there. Like, god damn it, man. Come on.
A lot of fucking tooltips.
A lot of tooltips. That game, it's a tooltip game, is what it is.
So when you're up in the air, flying around, are you looking out the window, or are you trying to manage the cockpit? You're trying to look at all the gears and gauges and everything.
So you could do that. You could be in the cockpit. Look out to whatever plane you're in. The cockpit windows.
Is there co-op in this? Can I go up in the air, or Eric go up in the air with you?
Oh, I hope there is. If there is, we need to do it. We need to fucking do it, dude.
I thought people were doing like cosplay, like being like doing flights and shit. Were they up in the air? I have to figure out if there's a way to get up in the air with you.
Oh, if there's a way to do that, we got to figure that shit out because we could have lots of shenanigans.
We would do an episode from the air.
That's right. Yeah,
we would do a podcast. We fly from over to jolly old England or something. You know what I mean?
We can all fly to Mike's house or Eric's house or my house or something like that. Fly out to the property. Do something like that. Yeah, to fly over the ocean. You can have your view inside the cockpit. Okay, where you can look at all your controls and stuff, and then you click down on your left button. A mouse screen comes up and it moves around to the buttons and stuff. Or you can have like I'll call it a third person view where you're outside the plane and see the plane flying, which for me is better because I can see the wings, go up, do shit and that, and see better that way what the actual plane is doing. It's a lot of fun just flying around. It's a very relaxing game for the most part. Just go up, you land, you take off and fly, and you can fly wherever you want to go. You can pick the airport you want to departure from and go fly. There is game modes where it gives you a task, I guess, to do missions or whatever. You're supposed to take off and spin around and land in a certain amount of time and all sort of different stuff. And there are tutorials also to do stuff. Actually, which I should probably do. It tells you about the flaps and probably how to actually fly a goddamn plane. Because I know the first time I did, I was like, okay, I'm up. Oh, I'm down. I fucking crash and shit. Turned too tight or whatever and stalled the plane.
You think you think that game can teach you how to fly a plane?
I think so. Yeah. I don't think it gives you the real. I mean, obviously, Eric, it does give you the real feel, of an airplane. But like all the controls and everything, I could see it. Because apparently, if you go like I said, if you go all hard mode, you gotta set all the controls, do everything, the flight path, all that shit. I think it could help you, teach you.
I'm reading up on this. So, unfortunately, there is no shared cockpit option at launch. Everyone has to be in their own respective aircraft. There is 3 modes they have: live players, all players, and group only. It seems like live players is a way. I'm not sure if you would see other planes in the sky. It says this is the most realistic option of the 3, enabling real-time weather and time of day conditions across the globe. As a result, you will only see other players who also have this mode enabled. This is recommended for those who want to play to real flight rules. So I don't know if you're a live player and I'm a live player, and I went up in the air and you went up in the air. Do you see other planes? Have you come across that at all?
No, but I've been flying and like air traffic control keeps coming on, telling me, please, move to this heading, do this, that, and it comes back like a minute or two later, says, okay, flight, whatever, which is like another flight, please divert because unknown plane is going in your direction and not moving. It's like, okay, that must be me or something.
To join another player in Flight Simulator, you first have to have them added as a friend. This just allows you to play Flight Simulator multiplayer across Windows Store and Steam editions. Not confirmed. So maybe they're working on it, but yeah, it seems like maybe at some point you'll be able to see people in the sky.
That could be fun.
Same airspace or whatever. But
now, Eric, did you play this at all? Did you download this and play this at all?
I haven't played it on the Xbox yet. I played it on the PC when it first came out.
Because Wednesday night or Friday morning, because I took Friday off, maybe when I was playing, when I was searching the Earth, okay, and I was going to Cincinnati, CVG to take off, I saw there in the Washington area glove box with a plane. I don't know if that was actually you or just the Xbox saying, well, whoever just put, Eric out here. Like Forza,
It wasn't me.
Okay. So it must have been just like a computer thing or something. Or that maybe it knew because, you're on my friends list and, you live there that said, okay, well, here's Eric and he plays the game.
I thought you were going to bust into that Shaggy song. Who, me? It wasn't me. Buck naked.
Mike.
What? All right. So you're up in the sky and you're enjoying it. And I heard your son on Twitter, I think it was Twitter, Facebook, somewhere, said he was really enjoying it on the Series S. Runs well enough to play on that.
Yeah. He's liking it on there. Yeah, he's enjoying it. It's something different, fun, relaxing game.
What's
something different, something cool.
Did you figure out what the final file size was?
If you do the offline content, it's 98, almost 100 gigs. If you delete that, I think it's only like 43 gigabytes. So. Yeah, 43 gigabyte download if you do the offline content sucks because it makes the world look like shit. You want that live content because it takes it from Bing, Google Earth, Bing Maps type of thing, and it's live compared to the offline, which looks almost Minecraft looking type of stuff. So
Okay.
Yeah, if you got a good internet connection, do the live. That's it for me.
All right.
What were you, Mike? What have you been up to?
I started to play a little of Andromeda because I want to finish the whole Mass Effect thing, but then the Ascent came out and that just clicked with me more. So I'm playing the Ascent right now. Still got to find time to go back and finish Andromeda. Other than that, I haven't played any other games this week. Just really been grinding on the Ascent, level 15. I got a whole shitload of weapons and armor and modules and augmentations. Feeling pretty badass as a character. I'm seeing some people online finish the game around level 28. So that gives me like another 13 levels to go to give me sort of an idea of where I am at the game. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see it because I just came through some areas where it was increasingly more difficult. And that's been like the first time I felt like, wow, I wasn't able just to steamroll through these. I had to be more tactical in my approach and use different augmentations.
So you've been playing a lot because we stopped. I think level 6, level 7 Thursday night. We played too.
I played.
So
I was
good.
off. Yeah, I was off Friday as well. So I played Friday. I played a bunch. Played a bunch yesterday too.
Oh, nice.
Other than that, just TV stuff, which I know is unusual for me, but Ted Lasso's got me hooked in. So episode 2 came out on the 30th, so I watched that, and that was pretty good. And then I've been digging into some of this Rick Rubin, Paul McCartney stuff on Hulu, where Rick Rubin is like playing tapes of like the Beatles and some solo stuff that McCartney's done over the years, and they're breaking it, so track by track, breaking it down. They're at the mixing board, and maybe they'll just highlight Paul's like bass playing for a little bit, or they'll hide all the music and just play the vocals and talk about the harmonies and how like them and George Martin worked together and how they came up with chords, and they talked about hey, if George Harrison knew a chord, well, he taught it to me, and then we taught it to John, and vice versa. So they always seemed like they were at the same playing level, teaching each other.
Nice.
It was pretty interesting to hear about how a lot of that stuff, some of the greatest songwriters of our time were just doing it on the fly. There was no like you hear some bands now that they practice for months on end before they go in the studio, and then they spend 6 months in the studio. That's not the way the records were made back then. They might have had a day's worth of practice, and they would go in and they were learning it live and cutting it live in a group setting. And those songs, stand the test of time over and over again, rather than, some people spend years making an album and it comes out and it just flops, you know what I mean? So it was interesting to hear Rick Rubin's take. They zeroed in on some of McCartney's bass, and he's like, if you hired a session musician, he wouldn't come in and play the bass there like you did. And he's like, but it just worked for you. Like, he's like, that's almost a real like deep, dark sound. And here you are playing, I just want to hold your hand. He's like, what was the mindset? And he was like, we were just doing the song. He's like, there was no like, preconceived notion. Let me play this a certain way, counter to how poppy the song is. It's just what came out at the time. So yeah, it was interesting.
It's pretty awesome.
It's interesting to watch. I was slightly annoyed through the whole thing because Rick Rubin is always barefoot, and it's like, get your fucking smelly feet out of the fucking picture. I mean, I don't know if they're smelly, but I'm just picturing the fucking man is pretty large, and he's just always walking around barefoot. So it's like, I don't need to see this. And then for some reason, they thought it was a good idea for McCartney to have like a piece of gum in his mouth, talking through this whole fucking series. I'm like, that's got to be one of the most tired, worn out pieces of gum at the end, or someone's giving him a new like stick of gum like every 5 minutes. It just was bizarre. Those are like my only two like idiosyncrasies I picked up on. I was like, this is a little bizarre. Like in the beginning, I was like, did he just like come in like eating a piece of cake or something, and he's just like gonna wash it down in a minute, or has he got like pumpkin seeds in his mouth? Like, what the hell's going on here? But I think it was just a piece of gum. Either that, he was just chewing on his cud the whole time, like
chewing the cud. Yeah. Yeah, you're talking about I don't know. Are you, Stevie Ray Vaughan? You familiar with Stevie Ray Vaughan?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're a fan or not of him, but they used to say that his best moments was when he was warming up for a show. Because he'd just be out there doing sound checks and that, just fucking jamming away on his guitar.
Oh
Just
yeah, yeah. No
on
rules,
to town.
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
Because no
They-
one, you know, a lot of times in sound checks and shit, like there's nobody there, right? So it's free flowing.
Yeah.
Where some people have the mindset, hey, I paid whatever the price was to see Stevie Ray Vaughan back in the day. Let's say it was $25. Well, I just played $25. I want to hear that goddamn solo like it is on the record. I don't want to hear no improv. You know,
see, that's,
I want to hear it just like it is on the record. You know what I paid for. So that's why maybe the sound checks sound better because he's just free from all that bullshit. He can just fucking go nuts.
yeah, go crazy. Yeah, I disagree with those people. I think if you go to the concert, you're going to see some, I call it
see some
improv.
Some
you
special
know,
shit.
with-
Yeah, you want to see the guy go
absolutely.
off. You want to see him
Yeah.
feel his music and then go off.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what do you think about the Dusty Hill dying from ZZ Top? And ZZ Top only canceled like 2 shows, and they're still fucking playing. What do you think of
Yeah. Well, apparently he's. I guess I don't know what haven't heard the whole story and why he died or what happened there. But apparently he told them, or I don't know if he was sick for a while. Said, whatever happens, you guys keep playing. Go ahead and replace me and keep playing. That's that's what I've heard.
Well, he's got this understudy that's been his guitar tech for 30 years. I forget his name's Elwood or Elmwood. I think it's Elwood.
Elwood Blues.
So he's the guy that filled in. Like he missed a couple of shows because he was sick, and he filled in. He was having some hip issues that were bothering him because I think he's already had a hip replacement, and he said he was going to go take some time off and have the doctor check it out. And he said, I think that's when he said to Billy Gibbons, the show's got to go on, keep playing.
Yeah,
because otherwise the story doesn't add up. He goes home, he falls asleep and dies in his sleep. Well, ZZ Top's on tour; they're not there with him on his deathbed. So he didn't say it when he died. He said it when he had to leave.
Yeah.
Now whether he said, whether he knew something really was bad was going to happen, and he said on my way out, no matter what happens, keep it going. Let Elwood play. Maybe I don't know, but it seemed weird to me. They missed only like 2 shows, and ZZ Top's playing. And I guess the coincidence is the guy, the understudy, the guitar tech, who's been with them for 30 years, was always a clean-shaven guy. And they had a meeting when COVID broke out, and they said, what are you guys going to do? And Dusty Hill says, well, I'm not just going home to fucking cut the grass. And Billy says, I'm not going to cut the grass either. And this guy, Elwood, says, well, you guys aren't going to cut the whiskers. I'm not going to cut them either. So he grew out his fucking beard during this whole pandemic. So when he hits, so to the casual person who might not be in tune to ZZ Top, the guy hit the stage and had a beard just as long as Dusty Hill.
So no one really know.
Yeah, now whether he can sing those higher parts, because Billy Gibbons is the real low guy,
Yeah,
he's got that lower voice. But when they do like what's that song? Is it Keep Me Under Pressure? Got Me Under Pressure, right? Got Me Under.
Yeah.
And Billy and Dusty does like the higher harmony or whatever on that part. Whether that guy can sing that or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
Got Me Under Pressure.
It'd be something to see, I guess, to see.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but it's the whole situation's kind of weird around his death and what's going on and what happened.
There's a lot of dudes that died last week. The drummer who used to be in Slipknot died. He had some sort of condition or disease. He lost like the mobility in his legs a number of years ago. I don't know if it came back or whatever, but he died. And then this metal band from the 80s, Metal Church, the singer died. I found out he committed suicide. It sounded like maybe he was, maybe sort of like Chris Cornell, prescribed some sort of, pain medication, and maybe wasn't prescribed right or whatever. They're making statements like the healthcare system failed him. Like, so maybe he got hooked on something, they couldn't get him off, and he ended up killing himself. No. Did we lose you, Eric, with all that music talk?
Nah, I'm still here, man.
All right. You ZZ Top guy? Everybody, people our age grew up on MTV, Legs, all that stuff.
Sharp Dress Man.
Sharp Dress Man.
I know all the pertinent ZZ Top stuff.
Yeah.
I would like to see Eric grow out a ZZ Top beard.
Eric says he can't grow it. It's all splotchy.
Well, just try. If you try and think hard, you can do it, Eric.
Looks like I got some sort of disease or something.
Disease. Yes, that's all I've been watching and playing. So
Nice.
Let's take a break and get over to the news because we got some stuff to talk about with Eric and his spending his paper.
Ooh.
There's some paper.
Not only stacking, but spending.
Really? Okay, do you hear what he just said? He just said, why don't you, for once in your life, just do the fucking news? All right, no. I'm gonna do the fucking news. No, here is the fucking news.
All right. There's a guy on Twitter by the name of Benji Sales. He's a good follow if you like to keep up with the latest comings and going with financials. And he put a nice list together of game releases that are coming out in August. So you guys let me know what's getting you hot and heavy for the month of August. We have Hades, which is already out on PC and Switch, but it's coming to PlayStation and Xbox on the 13th. We got 12 Minutes coming out on the 19th. And Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut on the 20th. Madden NFL 22 on the 20th. Aliens Fireteam Elite on the 24th. Lone Echo 2 on the 24th. Psychonauts 2 on the 25th. No More Heroes 3 on the 27th. And then Amazon's game that everybody's playing now in beta, New World, is releasing to everybody else on the 31st. So out of those titles, Matt, what's got your panties moist?
I'm embarrassed to say I'll probably get a lot of shit on it, but Madden 22.
Okay. And do you know anything about it?
And then Hades. I don't know anything about Madden 22. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, Eric was disgusted. So disgusted with your answer.
So disgusted with that answer. He's like, "Fuck this! Fuck this show."
He's like,
I quit.
I can't.
I'm done.
You people that like those annualized franchises can go fuck yourself.
Well, I think Eric left because he knew what was happening next. Because he knows I'm the Madden master. Okay, he can't beat me at Madden. All right. That's why he didn't want to hear all this, and he left. He's like, you know what? I know what's coming. I can't beat Madden, so I'm just going to fucking quit the show right now and be done because,
because you got me under pressure.
Exactly, and I can't beat Madden, so I'm not worthy of being on the podcast with him at this time and moment.
Now, at what point do you decide to tuck away the Reds gear and pull out the Bengals stuff? Is it like preseason, or is it the NFL season have to start for you to slowly phase out the Reds gear and go to the Bengals?
The first Sunday of the real season of Bengals game is when I'll pull up my new, Burrow jersey. I got my new Bengals hat, my new jersey. I'll have that out. The first real Sunday of football season. Preseason, it's like spring training baseball. No one gives a shit about that. So same thing with preseason for Bengals.
And Burrow's on target to play game one.
So I got a whole thing to talk about that there. Everyone's talking about, oh man, Burrow's the chase. He's throwing him along, throwing him hard. It's like, I just want to put on Twitter and say, he's like, it's not his arm that got hurt. It was his fucking knee. Okay. And you don't know how good he's going to be unless he's under pressure. Because, the fucking Bengals defense isn't going to fucking pressure him. Right.
Right.
So a scrimmage game, he's not going to be fucking pressured. So yeah, it's not his arm that got hurt. It was his fucking knee. His fucking knee got blown. So
his knee got blown. Hell of a time for Eric to join us again.
Yeah.
I had a call, but anyway, what happened?
Matt's knee got blown instead of something else. Can you believe this?
Yeah. Barb missed the target.
I'm about to say, don't blow your knee. That's terrible.
Don't try it till you knock it.
We were talking about the games that Matt was most excited for, and of course he picked Madden NFL, and he went into this long diatribe about how you bailed on the call just then because you're still upset about losing to Madden and Madden and how you can't beat him.
Eric, you're my bitch at Madden.
Do you have a rebuttal?
Oh, nah, I'm here. I'm just listening to all this rhetoric. You know what? I'm gonna have to go back again. Because it's not like when you beat me, and you didn't beat me like hand you, but we'll do it again.
Eric's trying to tell you is like when you beat me, Matt, you don't beat me like I beat you guys in the home run derby. You just sort of squeak out a little, 17. You just squeeze out a little 17-13 game over there, a little footsie 3-point contest.
A win's a win.
Okay.
A win's a win.
All right. So the next time we play, because we're going to play Madden again. Next time we're going to play, I'm gonna knock your dick in the dirt. That's how I'm gonna do it.
Oh! I still thought it was a highlight, Matt, when you so graciously broadcasted the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, that was.
You fuckers are getting me nervous.
yeah. I was all messed up. Yeah, it was bad.
When does it come out, Matthew? Comes out August 22nd or something like that?
20th.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna do it. I gotta stop all this coming from.
You can try and stop it all you want, but we know what's going to come out here.
All these gums flapping.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah, a real team with a real name against some generic name team.
The Guess Who's is going to beat the damn.
The Guess Who's against the Who Days.
The Guess Who's is going to beat the Cincinnati Bengals.
All right.
Eric, I don't know if you heard the list of games I was talking about for August. Anything besides Madden got your interest, like the Tsushima Director's Cut or Hades coming to the PlayStation or Xbox, or how about Aliens Fireteam? Anything like that?
Now I'm just open now. The game that I wanted got delayed, so we just gonna. I don't know what's coming out right now.
Okay. Well, that's a good segue into what we're going to talk about next. That Horizon Forbidden West delayed until 2022, which I think everybody predicted because of COVID and the size and the ambition of the game. But Jeff Grubb, who works on the Giant Bomb podcast, also reported by Bloomberg News, said that the game is now going to be released sometime in 2022. Anybody disappointed by this? Certainly Matt's not disappointed. He doesn't have a PS5, but you would be able to play it on the PlayStation 4. Eric, any disappointment, or just take as long as you need?
Yeah, take as long as you need, because you want that thing to be right when it comes out. So, do what you got to do.
Yeah, so
I agree.
It's going to come out the first quarter of 2022. Now, what we really want to talk about, Eric, is the PS5 beta is out.
Yes.
The beta, not the master beta, but the beta.
Yeah.
So it's starting to roll out over the course, I believe, Friday, and the long-awaited M.2 SSD slot is now being supported, the expansion support. Where is your excitement? Which ones are you buying? Have you already bought someone? What are you doing?
Well, I'm excited about it. I haven't gotten I have it in my cart, the Western Digital one, the black. Got to go with the black.
The prices are going up on that. It went up by $100. I was on Western Digital's site this morning. It was like $429 with the heatsink, and now it's up to $529.
That's the 1 terabit?
No, the 2 terabit SN850 is was $429. Now it's $529.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to jump on it before it goes up any higher, because I know they're gonna just go up because everybody's gonna want one. So
yeah, I think I'm gonna get the Samsung 980 Pro. That's what I'm thinking of.
Does that come with this heat sink, or do you need to buy the separate one like Jeremy was talking about? The
Yeah, I think
separate
you got to
heat
buy it and then put it together.
sink? Yeah.
Now,
Yep.
now these hard drives, you can play right off the hard drive, right? It's not like the Xbox where you have to transfer it over if you want to play,
Well, it's
have all
just
the enhanced stuff in that.
It will be just like the Xbox. With the Xbox, you got that little Seagate one that plugs in the back. You can play right off that.
Right, but if you don't, but you can have an external hard drive on the Xbox, but you can't play the enhanced games off that drive.
Right, and the same thing with the PS5.
External for storage.
I have an external one, just cold storage. But
Yeah.
if you want to play anything PS5 related, you have to move it to internal. Right. So if you get this, one of these SN850s or the Samsung 980 Pro, you'll be able to play right off it.
Okay.
Some people are doing like, and I don't know how much I believe this, but Mark Cerny, who's kind of the architecture of the PS5, you're telling me he doesn't have 2 TVs and 2 PS5s in his house. But what he says he's going to do is his wife might have the SSD that they're adding, and he might play his games on the other internal, so that he's separating he's handling it that way.
Interesting.
How much is
How much is what?
the Samsung drive that you're getting?
Well, if you want the 1 terabyte with the heat sink, if you want the 1 terabyte, it's $199, and then you got to buy the heat sink. If you want the 2 terabytes, it's $429, and then you got to buy the heat sink.
Mm.
How fast is it when you transfer those games over to the system? Is that a fast process, or does it take hours?
It's very fast on the Xbox when you go from internal to the expanded slot.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying it's going to be just as fast on the PS5. Someone said it took them under 30 seconds to transfer a game, between the two.
That's
That's been my experience on the Xbox. I mean, if you're playing just, like, let's say I was on the Xbox and I had the Ascent, and I would go from my internal to the expandable slot, I bet you that would take anywhere from 10 to 20 seconds because it's a smaller game. But let's say I had the Division 2 and I went from internal to the expandable slot. That feels like to me around 30 seconds moving all that. Very fast. It just you can see it. And on the PS5 it is very slow, or as slow as it is on the PS4. But I think once you get that SSD installed and you bounce between the internal to the SSD, very, very fast.
Nice. Okay.
So I'm probably leaning, Eric, with the 12 months financing with Best Buy, probably leaning towards a 2 terabyte. I need to build up my credit anyways. I have no credit cards in my name. So I'll probably put it on that, the Best Buy, and just pay like $110 in 4 payments, and then pay it off.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Hopefully I can do the heat sink, or my wife can do the heat sink. It didn't look that big of a deal. So
Yeah, it looked pretty.
yeah. So that's exciting. That's coming, but there's no mention of how it's in beta right now, but there doesn't seem to be like an exact date of like when it comes out of beta and it will go live for everybody else. Currently, I'm not in the beta. Are you in the beta at all?
I haven't even checked. I'll check it tomorrow to see what's going on.
All right. Well, you have to let us know what you purchase. Aside for the M.2 SSD support, the latest beta software also includes 3D audio support for built-in TV speakers. This will be available in the sound menu in the PS5's console system settings, and the feature uses the DualSense controller to measure the acoustics of a room to apply a 3D audio setting.
Wow, that's pretty dope.
You got to get on this next-gen shit, Matt. Sony is also improving other areas of the software. The control center interface will now include more personalization options for rearranging or choosing controls. The PS5 users will be able to view and write messages to friends and parties from the game base. I think they're also, Eric, they're going to let you at the control center, like I said, move like where the buttons are. So you know how like now if you hold down the PS button, you got to go down and then you got to go over to the power off button. Well, they're now going to let you move that to like the first position. So it's just like it's less of a hassle.
That'd be convenient. Yeah, that'd be cool.
And one of the other things too, I'm not sure if you've fired on your PS5 lately, but occasionally it'll say, "Hey, there's an update for your controller. Do you want to do it now or later?" And if you said later, they truly meant later. Like the next time you turned on your PS5, there was no option to go into the settings to say, "Okay, now I got time to update the controller. Let me go do it." That's getting introduced to this beta as well. So you'll be able to say, "Nope, I got other shit going on. I got to dive right into this game. But once I get done, I want to go ahead and update my controller." They're going to let you do that now.
Cool.
So I think there's a lot of other visualization options that are coming out for this too. So I'm excited to get my hands on it. Iffy if I'll jump into the beta. I registered earlier today. See what happens. All right, Matt, and your Destiny 2 crossplay for PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Stadia. It will go live in early Season 15. Season 15 begins August 24th.
Yep.
The way it's going to work is that PC players will only match with PC. Console only matches with console. Stadia will also be part of console. Fire teams with any PC players will match with PC.
So I guess, if you're playing Crucible matches and stuff, you don't have to worry about playing someone with mouse and keyboard. It's going to be still someone, console player or whatever. You don't have to worry about cheats and hacks and all that stuff.
Right. But if Chase was on PC and we were on consoles, it sounds like we could still play with each other, doing quests and things like that.
Yeah, just regular old bullshit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Destiny 2's been a little bit on the back burner lately. Hopefully, Season 15 will be better. Curious to see what comes of it.
Yeah, me too. It's been a lot of people complaining about it and stuff, and I can't blame them. Just the way things are going with it.
Moving on, Annapurna had their showcase this week. And Matt, I want to zero in on one game here. Let me see if I can get this up. 1 second. That's not where I want to go. I want to go over here.
Don't show me your Chatterbait page.
No, that was my Discord page. Let me get over here. Come on, that's not what I want to see. Close that out for a second. There we go. Full screen. Matt, you're the guy with cats, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he floats around here once in a while.
This game here, Stray, I guess is doing incredible numbers with views, whether from YouTube or PlayStation. So I want you to watch this a little bit. Tell me if this is like something your cat would be able to do, or if you would be able to get into a game where you just completely control a cat and play as a cat.
Wasn't this shown like a year or two ago?
Yeah, at
E3 or something?
Yep, definitely. Yeah. Annapurna is by and large a television movie production company, but they have a.
Why is the cat looking like it's getting ready to throw up? It keeps like humping its back up. Cats don't walk like that. Looks like it's getting ready to throw up. Looks like it's ready to hurl a hairball. Okay, now he doesn't. Now, all right, now he's looking normal.
Okay. So Matt's immediately his first takeaway is I'm already taken out of my element because cats don't do that. Yeah. I'm looking at the cat like throwing shit into a big fan and blocking the fan. I'd say I could picture a cat doing that.
I could see a cat being an asshole like that. It looks like a good puzzle game, actually.
And visually, it looks great.
It does look great. And now the cat's like moving normal.
Okay.
Okay, this looks like a pretty decent puzzle game. What's this coming out on?
This is going to be PC and PlayStation.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, does the cat aspect to this at all enticing you? Like you're like, yeah, fuck, I've always wanted to play a game as a cat. I'm a cat owner. I like having cats around, and now I can play as a cat. And do you think your cats would watch you play a game with you playing as a cat? And if they did, would they be pissed that you were giving a fictional cat more attention than the real cat in the house?
I think the one cat would be pissed off that, yeah, I'm, it's like, wait, I'm right here. Play with me, motherfucker. Why are you playing this goddamn thing? And then I would look at the cat and say, well, you can't fucking do this shit now, can you, dumbass? You're a stupid ass fucking cat. You can't do this shit. So we'd have that conversation, and then I would continue to play.
Right. Putting that cat in its place.
Exactly. This is. I think this is something.
I know you're not looking at it right now, but they just showed one scene where like, yep, that's why I don't have a cat in my house.
Yep, right there.
Yep.
Yeah, scratching on the couch.
Yep.
This is something that I think I would actually like to play because it looks like a good puzzle game.
Okay.
Something you got to think about. Some of the stuff that it's doing in that. Where you had to jump up and knock the paint over to break the glass below to jump through and that.
And I know you're a bit of a visual snob. Would you say that'd be accurate? Like you're not so into the cutesy, like indie, like artsy games. Like you want some more realistic visuals, or am I putting words in your mouth?
No, I think you're right there with me. No. Yeah, I think you got a pretty good handle on what I like. And I would play this.
Okay. That's why I wanted to zero in on it. The other stuff at the showcase seemed to be the typical things that maybe you wouldn't play, but this seemed, A, you own cats, and B, it visually looks very appealing. So
yeah, I would check it out. Yeah. But that first 30 seconds when the cat was walking down that alley, whatever, it looked like he was ready to spit up a hairball because it kept punching its back like. That's what it kept looking like. That first. 20 seconds there. It looked like
and all these other people seem to be robots of some sort, right? They all have.
Yeah, everyone's like a robot.
Yeah. Oh, the cat's taking a nap now. How nice. Early 2022. Okay.
What do you think? $39.99?
I would assume so. Yeah. I would assume. All right, what else came out from that showcase? You guys never played the Outer, was it the Outer Wild? We've all played the Outer Worlds, but Outer Wilds is getting a new DLC, I guess the only expansion for it, Echoes of the Eye. So that's coming out. A couple other games that are going to be, what I call the indie darlings of the week, A Memoir Blue and The Artful Escape. Look for those two titles. A lot of people are going to be drooling over them when they come out. The Artful Escape is out on the 9th of September on Steam and Xbox. And A Memoir Blue is coming everywhere, including the Apple App Store at some point. So, Eric, I wish you safe travels this week. I heard you're going to the UK for the Krispy Kreme is selling Xbox donuts.
Phil Spencer's going to give you one personally, Eric.
What is he talking about? I ain't going nowhere.
Xbox donuts. Let's put these up on the big screen here, and let me shift my screen over to this.
They look tasty.
Yeah, look at that. Krispy Kreme is selling Xbox donuts. Now, one does not think of the UK and Ireland as the hotbed, A, for Krispy Kreme, and then B, donuts. But here we are. Krispy Kreme has created an Xbox donut. The Fluffy Donut is a marketing collaboration with Microsoft to celebrate 20 years of Xbox and will be sold at Krispy Kreme stores, cabinets, and online across the UK and Ireland between August 2nd and August 22nd. They don't tell you what type of flavor it is.
That costs extra. That's a DLC item.
Would you assume it's like a Boston cream donut, something along
I'm-
those lines?
I mean, the way those donuts look, there's obviously some type of filling.
Yeah,
it.
some sort of like vanilla filling.
I'm thinking. Go ahead, Mike.
I assume, yeah, like a vanilla filling. I assume that's like the white on top is a powder, and then the green probably has no taste whatsoever. And that was not a joke, all you Xbox people.
I'm thinking that it's some type of lime.
Lime. I think
Flavoring
a
in
lime
the
is going to
middle.
be in there.
Lime, because the green, lime.
Okay. They're
I'm
calling it,
thinking that.
the name of the donut is called the Nexus Level. They're taking it to the Nexus Level.
I'd eat one.
Okay.
I haven't had a donut in a long time. I would love to have a donut again.
I had a Boston cream today.
Yeah? Damn. Was it good?
It was good.
You might have a good donut.
Last time you had that was at the Xbox release, right?
Yeah, you brought all the donuts in to buy your Series X.
That's right. Yeah. I
Did
didn't
you
even get a donut that day.
No.
No, I gave them all away. Yeah. I think that, yeah, you know what, Eric? I think that's the last time I've been into a donut shop.
November.
Yeah.
Fuck, I was at a barbecue today up the street for neighbor up the street's daughter's 9-year-old birthday party today. They had all sorts of beer. Didn't have a goddamn one. Had 3 bottles of water.
Wow. Oh, good for you.
All right. No voicemails this week, so we're ready to wrap this up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So people are out vacationing August. They don't have time to leave voicemails. Got to get all those vacations in before school starts. My kids go back to school exactly 1 month from today on September 1st. I know, Matt, your kid's probably starting on Thursday. We won't go into that. So, people's trying to fill in those last-minute vacations before old school. And, of course, with the whole COVID and the Delta variant kicking up, there's a lot of debates and topics and discussions of whatnot. If kids are going to wear masks, if it's going to be mandated. Of course, some parts of the country are saying if you mandate it, we're going to pull funding from your school. So you hate to see that, too. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting next couple of weeks to see what happens here. Whether I assume it's going to be all systems go. The kids are going to go back. But, of course, Christopher's not vaccinated, right, Matt? And my two youngest sons aren't vaccinated because they're not old enough yet. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here in the next couple of weeks. But that was a long-winded way of saying people aren't leaving voicemails because they're out getting in their vacations. They got better things to do than to drop us a dime.
As they should.
Well, you know what? On vacation, you still got a phone.
Unless you're out in the woods for some CFN.
That's a whole different situation. But most of the people that listen to the show aren't out in the woods. They're out, in civilization still. They're not stupid like me. They still have a phone. They can still dial 508-659-BFFS. 508-659-2337. There's still payphones or something out there too. People can fucking still call that number and leave a voicemail, no matter where you are. If you're on vacation, more power to you. To call in like that. That's like extra credit and shit, man. You might get something for that.
When's the last time you used a payphone? Had to be the 90s.
I honestly can't remember.
I got one 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
I can't remember the last time I've seen a payphone.
Yeah, they're hard to. They're not.
I don't think there's payphones around anywhere anymore.
They're on a landfill somewhere. There's probably some guy out there that collects payphones. Like that's his thing. He's probably got a garage or a warehouse full of fucking various payphones.
Hopefully, the one I have will be worth about $2 million in about 20 years. There you go.
You have one in your house?
Yeah, I got one in my basement. Actual payphone. Yeah.
Does it work?
Yep.
You have to put money in it to use it?
No, you don't have to put money in it. It works.
All right. Let's wrap this up. Eric, questions, complaints? Go for
No
it.
complaint. Love being here, man. I'm gonna go actually do some work. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat if they were in the chat because I can't see them. But thank you for coming and hanging out with your boy. I know you said Al was in there, right? So shout out to Al. That's it. That's all I got, man. I'm off tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, so get some gaming in.
All right.
Nice.
We'll have a full list of things you went over next week.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right,
track.
Matt,
yeah.
it's like how many licks to get to the center of like a Tootsie Roll, a Tootsie Pop? How many folds of a tent does it take to get a tent folded?
It took, and then we rolled it up. It took 3 folds, and then we rolled it up. Tell you what, the tent did not go in the way it came out because I bought this tent, and when we this is the first time setting up and everything out there this past weekend.
Yeah, tell me if I can reply. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people saying like your sister says. Is your sister named? Is she the one saying next time I'll join? And
Yeah.
Vic's like let us know next time, and we'll like can I just respond here, going, guys, Matt wants to be left alone when he goes out to the woods. He doesn't need the company. He doesn't need the company. No, wink, wink. He wants to be left alone.
Unabomber.
No, that would not be an appropriate comment. Eric said Unabomber.
Can I just put
No.
Can I just put this was a CFN excursion?
No, you cannot.
It's people with no senses of humor or sense.
Hey, me.
All right. Any other thing that's on your mind or complaints or question?
Chase and Al in chat here, and Bricko playing games with him the other night, game night. Always a good time chatting with other people and that, besides Mike here all the time. But yeah, shout out to nature, I suppose. You know, nature was nice this weekend, except for a little bit of rain we get. But we did what we had to do during the rain time, you know, to pass time. So
that was what, organizing your will. Yeah, by candlelight, very romantic. Do you have any sort of like nighttime reading lights in there where you like letters home and you're writing your will and that, you know? Or
we had lanterns and stuff. We had lanterns and stuff where we could see and everything. Yeah. We had lanterns.
The lights are on. You're so exotic.
I had a headlamp on so I could see what was going on.
All I picture is the stripe scene. Doctor. Doctor. Oh boy.
I think I'm done.
All right. Yes, everybody in chat, all 2 of you, thank you very much for showing up. Take a bow. Been a lot of fun. We'll be back next week. See if we can play some more games, different games. Who knows? See what progress I can make in the Ascent. But no one got into the Halo Infinite beta, right? None of you guys played that? Didn't get into that at all? I'm hearing good things about the technical test, but I have not played it myself. So maybe some other people listening can chime in on their experience. But otherwise, this has been 172. And next week, I'm threatening you with 173.
Oh.
nice old China woman suck me dry.
Well,
Yeah,
I didn't know what that was. I had that labeled sucking dry. I didn't. Maybe we want to strike that one from the record. Whoops.
Whatever happens. Oh my goodness.
Where did we pull that? I had said that the mine was
Where did that
sucking-
come from?
I don't know, but it's a classic. Yeah, after
Jesus
after you play something like that, you got to play this. Wow. I do apologize. All right. Good night.
I said it.